What's going on, people? I'm sure people on Facebook had already seen this post I put up about this whole situation where this guy was pretty much telling me that I was being lame for doing things for my girlfriend. Like, in the sense of, okay, so say it's snowing, um, I would go to her job, clean her car off, and drive her home and make sure she gets home safe, right? Now, obviously, I'm not doing that every single time that it snows, but every time I can, I'll do that. Now, I feel like as men, we lose our sense of what masculinity actually is, right? So we think like, oh, that's soft to do something like that, or that's lame. But it's like, yo, our job as men is to provide and protect, right? Obviously, there's more to it, but that's the main two things that society would look at, right? And we have to, we as men can't fully expect a woman to want to be a woman to us if we're not men to them. Like, it should be second nature for you to do the simple things, like stuff like that. Like, again, everybody's different, and you may not think about it, but when I had brought up to him the fact that, like, all right, have you ever read the book The Five Love Languages, or do you know what they are? And he told me no. Now, a lot of people may not know what it is, but everybody responds to different situation things differently. So one person may be a physical touch type person. So like you can live your life regular, but as long as you're giving that person that physical touch, or like hugs and like rubbing them or whatever, like they feel like you're being your most like loving self when you're being physical with them, right? Or there's people that are they like acts of service, right? So like you do certain things, and that's the way they interpret love for them. So one, you have to learn the person that you're with to know how you act or behave. But still, from a man standpoint, like, you still have to understand your job is to protect. I'm doing something like that to protect. I don't want you to look at me like, oh, you're a nice guy or whatever the case may be. But like, if I look at you as my person, these are the things I'm willing to do to make sure that you're protected. Like, again, it just so happens to be like, if you're a person that like acts of service, it's gonna make you feel more loved, right? So again, a lot of things like has a different levels of intricacies to it, right? But I feel like everybody now knows who Andrew Tate is, right? And he makes these videos of like, men being man and being masculine. But I feel like a lot of people misinterpret the things that he says too. It's just you have to be able to understand that you do things off of the fact that you're a man. You act in the full role of what it means to be a man. And a lot of men nowadays don't have that example at home, so they don't know how to do that. And it's very, detrimental for a lot of relationships, because especially in the black community, like, most families they don't have a male figure in the home. So whether you're a female or a male, like, you don't really see what it's like for you to be treated as a woman, or you don't see what it's like for you to treat a woman as a man. But you gotta keep continuously trying to find yourself and like know how you want to be as a person, but at the same time understand that masculine roles as a man helps a woman achieve her best self, and you as a woman being feminine allow you to be your best self. That's how we work together as a team. Obviously, there's like personal things that you may like or dislike, or things that may change, and then you guys compromise or whatever to make things work even more. But like, we got to get out of that. As men, we got to hold ourselves accountable. Everybody's like, oh, well, it's the man's fault that the woman's heart is broken, or it's the woman's fault that the man's heart is broken. At the end of the day, it don't really matter where it started, because we as men have built this world and we are leaders. It starts with us. We got to hold ourselves accountable. Stop allowing society to tell us what we can and can't do, and do what's right. If you want, again, bro, everybody's not gonna act the right way because you are 100% perfect, right? There's always a rule to an exception. But if you're acting in the state of your true masculinity and your true self as a man, you're not gonna deal with a lot of issues. I mean, it takes a lot of like knowledge and time to like learn yourself and things of that nature. But understand that you live this life, that you are hurting people on your path, and you need to be able to find a way to continuously like reevaluate yourself to make sure that you're on top of your P's and Q's. But anyway, in that scenario, if you do listening to this, I really want to know your opinion on what you think. Do you think that it was lame for me to do something like go to my girl's job 10 minutes before she gets off, clean her car off, wait for her while her car's warming up, and then drive her home? What's your thoughts on that? Is that me being lame? I want somebody to teach me something. I posted this on Facebook, and a few guys commented on it, right? But most of the comments I got was females. And obviously, females are going to love that stuff because they're being treated well. But again, and it's not really simping or being a super nice guy because, again, you're supposed to protect. And this is part of being protected. Like, protecting ain't always about fighting the next dude or making sure her life is whatever, but you got to think, man, that stuff is serious. Now, maybe his thought process was different because he's from North Carolina and it don't really snow like that. So he probably looked at it like, why would you do something like that? Because it's not even that crazy. So I could like somewhat understand, but you guys let me know in the comments. I'm gonna post this on Facebook and Instagram. It's way too long to post on Snapchat, but yeah, you guys let me know. And don't mind the kids in the back, but yeah.